unpacking the potential of virtual fencing with the team of NoFence. And today we have the CEO, Knut Bentzen.
Yeah, I think the number one thing you need to find out if people actually know what the photosynthesis does, right? But the sheer fact that it takes carbon dioxide out of the air and sequestrates carbon and releases oxygen, that whole process, and that it's accelerated by grazing. And I think the best explanation I've heard so far is from a fellow here in Norway who also has a podcast, and he made the comparison between the way ruminants were grazing back before humans domesticated them, and that they were hunted by predators. They were herding together in tight little herds, grazing and competing for the food, and then they would leave their dumps and they would move on and let the grass rest. And that circle of getting stressed and then have rest, just like a muscle. If you want to train a muscle, you stress it hard and then you let it rest. The problem comes if you overtrain it or you don't train it. That's the same thing with the soil. Instead of just letting the animal feel the border of the fence when it hits the barbed wire or it hits the electrical fence, you actually have a sound system that gives the animal predictability. So before it enters that border, it will hear this beep, 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 beep sound that sort of tells it that here's the border. And they learn it so quick. And to me, telling the stories about animals that do this, and also there's this funny story, seeing yourself is always the beauty, right? And there's this goat that one of our founders has, and she's such a clever little girl, that goat. She knows where the fence goes, and she passes past it just to grab what she wants, and then she turns about and goes back before she gets any pulse. So that's how smart these animals are, telling these stories about how the animals behave when they're using the technology. That's a good thing. And then getting funding for farmers to drive that type of behavior and let virtual fencing be an enabler for managed grazing and regenerative farming. I think that is the largest thing you could do. I think there is a growing conscience around these things in the younger generation. So if they can connect those dots, I truly believe that virtual fencing is an enabler, not only for managed grazing, but also for helping the young generation see that technology can play a part in making this better.